Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I am Kelsey with Women in Analytics. I am here today with Agata, who is one of our top 10 finalists for the DataConnect Conference Data Viz Competition. Um, she is with us today. She's going to be walking through a little bit about the viz that she submitted, and then we can share with you on how to vote for your favorite. The Data Viz competition voting ends at the end of this month, March 28th. So we wanted to give each one of our kind of top 10 finalists an opportunity to share with you what they've put together for the Data Viz competition. And then just a recap around what the Data Viz competition is if this is your first time joining us on our lives. We host this competition every year. It's very fun. People get an opportunity to kind of showcase the vizes that they're putting together using a variety of tools and topics. They have an opportunity to win a trip to Columbus, Ohio to join us for the DataConnect conference this year, as well as cash prizes. So thanks so much, Agata, for joining us today. We appreciate it. And I'll turn it over to you to share a little bit about your viz, and then we can share with everyone how to vote.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah.
So my name is Agata Ketterick, and I'm a data visualization consultant based in Southern Maine. And the name of my entry is A Year of Wordle. So my family and I have been playing Wordle since January 2022. We started playing kind of around the time it blew up and it seemed like everybody was playing. But we kept playing, and we've been playing almost every day since. And we share our results with each other every day in a group text. And I started kind of manually collecting the data at some point without telling anybody, because I had this feeling I'd want to make a viz. I had no idea how it would turn out, what it would look like, but I just started kind of, I get the group text and I put the data in a spreadsheet. I had a feeling, right? And so eventually I became kind of curious to see who was doing better. I'm a little bit competitive. Competitive side came out, and I wanted to look at the data. So I started playing around with it a little bit. And I knew I wanted to, so it starts off with like a little just intro of my family who was playing. And it was my mom, my dad, and my brother and me. And I knew I wanted to create a circular chart. I just kind of love them because I don't get to create them so much at work. And just kind of look at the granular level of how we did every single day. So using color, you kind of see which days were better guesses for us. So this lighter blue, and then the darker pink are the ones that totally stumped us in some cases, or it took us a lot more guesses. Fewer was one of those words, and then pair, whatever that might mean. And so I was also curious at some point to see, have we gotten any better? It sure felt like it was easier over time. And so I did look at the number of guesses over time. And as you can tell, we didn't improve at all. So, there was absolutely no improvement, which is kind of a bummer, I guess, but it was sort of funny to find that out. And so naturally that kind of led me onto this, like, well, what makes a word, harder or easier to guess? And I had some kind of hypotheses, and they turned out to be true. So for instance, words with more rare letters in Wordle words like XQZ are a lot harder to guess than with more common letters. And then words with repeat letters are harder to guess. And not surprisingly, words that people are less familiar with are also harder to guess. And then kind of near the bottom here, I just take a look at everybody's guesses and kind of what that looks like by person, just using some simple bar charts. And yeah, so thank you so much for taking a look at my visualization, and I hope you all enjoy exploring my family's Wordle obsession.
Thanks so much for sharing. We do have to know who is the best in your family.
All right. So I didn't want to brag, but it turns out it looks like it's me. I beat my mom just by a
That's
few.
so fun. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you putting this together. I think this is we get a lot of like really like serious, I guess, topics that come through for these competitions. So it's fun to see something lighthearted and something that people who necessarily aren't putting business together can relate with, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for putting this together. Um, I would love to share with the crowd on how they can vote for their favorite. We'll have a couple other one-on-ones like this coming up over the next month for our finalists to share with you a little bit about the business that they've put together. So once you've determined a favorite, you can let me make sure you can see this. Perfect. You can head to the DataConnect Conf website. Up in the top right under more, you'll see Data Viz Competition, which should take you to this page here. You can scroll down. You can see all of the top 10 visualizations. We've got a little bit about the submission itself, as well as an image of the visualization. And then if you'd like to check out the full link where you can, interact and, dive into these a little bit more in depth, you can check that out here. And these are in no particular order, so nobody get excited on who's first and who's last. They are just uploaded in a random order. So yeah, join us on the dataconnectconf.com website. Submit your vote before March 28th. And then, like I mentioned, there are some cash prizes in play, as well as an opportunity to join us in Columbus for the DataConnect conference. So thanks so much to everyone who joined us today. Thanks for sharing a little bit about your viz, and we'll see you next time.